I realize that you're totally focused on the January 6th hearings and will be 24 hours a day until the midterm elections. However, I don't want you to miss what was the greatest foreign policy failure, debacle, flop, whatever you want to call it, disaster of the Biden administration to date. Even worse than the withdrawal from Afghanistan. It happened at the Summit of the Americas. It was a 4-day conference in Los Angeles. Last day was this past Saturday. Now, a little background, this thing started back after NAFTA was passed in the 90s. Every few years, all the countries in North, Central, and South America get together to talk about stuff. And listen, there's stuff to talk about, just the southern border alone. And listen, I don't even object to hundreds of thousands of people coming across the border looking for a better job. What I'm disgusted is the drug trafficking, the gun trafficking, the human trafficking that is going on that is leaving hundreds of thousands of Americans dead every single year. It's like worse than any war we've ever been in. So yeah, let's talk to these people. Now, Trump boycotted the last meeting held in 2018 in Peru. And of course, the agenda of the Biden administration is pretty simple. It's just do the opposite of whatever Trump does. So Joe Biden goes with all of the entourage. And again, I'm glad that he did. We need to talk about stuff with these countries. But here is where it just, let me give you a quote. Robert Lovato, he is a Salvadoran American journalist and author. Here's what he said about the conference. Quote, a failure of hemispheric proportions and a global embarrassment for the United States and the Biden administration. End quote, drop the mic, let's go home. Now, why was it so bad? From his perspective and everyone else, here's where it happened. So Joe Biden and the State Department decides that they're going to disinvite, not allow Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua to attend this thing. Never mind the fact these three countries are a big chunk of the problem at the southern border. They're going to keep them out. And of course, as the dominoes fall, a whole bunch of other countries said, well, we're going to boycott then. We're not going to come. Let me give you some highlights there. President of Mexico said he's not going to come. And then 3 countries that said they're not going to come. 3 of the biggest problems we have right now, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador. I mean, there was absolutely no sense in continuing with this meeting another second. What a waste. What a failure. It's just incredible. Why did we invite the Bidens into the White House again? I'm confused on that one. And then to make matters even worse, one of the presidents at this meeting said to everybody there, and specifically to the Americans, hey, you know what? The United States is no longer the big dog in the Americas anymore. China is. And he said that China is the biggest trade partner right now today with all those Latin American and Southern American countries, and it's growing every day. And I thought, well, that's cool. So China is doing business and trade deals with all these countries, enriching everybody. On the other hand, we are enriching the largest non-governmental entity in the history of the world, the cartels. And you know what they're doing with that money? Making more and more Americans die. Good job, Joe.